Tiger Woods didn't just beat golfers, he changed what greatness looked like. And the easiest way to explain Tiger's reign isn't with highlights, it's through the way legends, rivals, and champions talk about him. Because when the people who actually had to face him speak, you hear the real story. So let's go straight to the receipts. Start here. Tiger wasn't just better. He made other elite players look like they were competing in a different division. Ernie Els says it in the most honest way possible. It pains him to say it, but Tiger was a little too good.
He beat me a lot more often than I wanted to get my hands on him, but he was just amazing, just absolutely amazing talent, and the way he performed. I don't know, I never played with Jack Nicklaus, but obviously they would have had a great rivalry. He was just a little bit too good. And it pains me to say that, but that's just a fact. But I did have some good.
And that line is basically the story of the early 2000s. You weren't just trying to beat one golfer, you were trying to survive a force. Now listen to Nick Faldo. There's no gray area in this one. In his view, Tiger was simply better than everybody else in every part of the game.
I think you did know because he won 3 juniors, US Junior, didn't he? Won 3 US amateurs.
Yeah, in a row.
So he's winning everything. And then he comes out and we both go out in 40 on Thursday morning, and then he comes back in 30, and then I say jokingly we then didn't see him for dust for the next 12 years. He was a different golfer than he could do. Nobody could elevate the whole of their game. Like how good your wedge play, how good your mid irons, how good your short irons, how good your long irons, how good your 3-woods, how good your driving. So every department he was considered possibly the best. Maybe the odd one might be driving, may not have been deemed the best driver. And when he hits it straight, unbelievable. But he might knock a few sideways, of course. But he was head and shoulders for years, for a decade, better than anybody else.
What Tiger did wasn't just physical, it was strategic. He played like he owned the course. He took aggressive lines. He forced everyone else to play defense. That's why you hear the word modern attached to him even now. And it's also why players still talk about his iron play like it's the gold standard. John Rahm says it straight. Tiger is still the best by far with irons.
No, he's still the best by far.
Exactly. So
anytime we go do a photo shoot with TaylorMade, he whoops our ass with irons.
Really?
It's not even close.
What do y'all do? Like some sort of combine or something?
Well, last year I think it was, we did a thing where we were in Floridian in the par 3, and they had a couple flags, and Tiger's picking shots, and I mean not even freaking close. The ball flight, the way he changes, and how accurate he is not even. I mean, you can't compare. None of us get close.
Now, here's the thing people forget. Tiger wasn't some silent robot who only spoke in sponsor-approved lines. He had edge, he had timing, and according to Phil, he could talk trash.
Sorry. Tiger is an underrated smack talker. Okay, he doesn't get the credit for his smack talk because he does it so understated and he does it under his breath, so nobody else can hear other than you. He does a great job of that. But this match, he's going to be mic'd, and I think that fun side of him, that funny side of him, is going to come out.
That explains Tiger's aura. He wasn't only beating you; he was comfortable while doing it. Now, this is one of the biggest parts of Tiger's legacy. What he did to everyone else's ceiling. Tiger's success forced other great players to change their whole approach. Phil Mickelson admits Tiger's run basically demanded a new level of dedication and performance just to keep up.
I feel like Tiger coming along during my career and playing as well as he did got the best out of me because I saw a level of play that I had never seen before, and I knew for me to be able to compete with that, I had to play my best, and it took a 100% dedication, and I feel like the wins and the success that I've had might not have been, very possibly would not be to that degree had he not come along.
And then there's the record everyone whispers about. Jack's 18 majors. Tiger has 15. Jack has 18. That gap is why Tiger is the only guy who ever made people look at that record and think, maybe he can beat it. Jack Nicklaus is honest about it in a way only Jack can be. He basically says, sure, nobody wants their records broken, but if Tiger earns it, that's well done.
From my standpoint, nobody wants their records broken. You know, I mean, I don't want him to break my records, but I don't want him not to be able to play.
That's respect from the one guy whose name sits above everyone in golf. We also have to talk about the part of Tiger's story that turned him into more than a champion. The comeback. Because in 2019, Tiger won the Masters, his 5th green jacket and his 15th major, after years of injuries and a long stretch where a lot of people genuinely wondered if he'd ever win again. Brooks Koepka explains why that win hit so hard. Coming back from that much physical damage and still winning at Augusta is ridiculous.
I don't know if there's words. I'm sure he's ecstatic about it. I mean, that's incredible to have the injuries and be out as long as he has, and to come back and do what he's done it's been impressive. It's been fun to watch, and I'm sure this isn't the first.
That win was a reminder that Tiger was never just another great athlete. He was different, even by golf standards. And that's why the way golf talks about him can feel almost larger than the sport itself. Gary Player calls him the most talented golfer he's ever seen, but he also says the hard part out loud. Comebacks are brutal, long layoffs matter, and eventually the body has its own say.
Is the most talented man that ever played golf. I'm such a fan of his play, how he draws the people in. The media attend in greater numbers. The ratings go up. I sure hope he does. He's got a tough job ahead of him, having laid off for so long with so many problems. But he's got a tough job, but he's a fierce competitor. I don't know. I don't meet anybody that doesn't want to see Tiger come back and be a champion.
Arnold Palmer had the old school answer. Talent plus confidence plus practice. Simple, but that's how those guys see it.
God, I've known him since he was 3 feet high. And he's a great player. He was a very talented young kid with his father instructed him. And for me to tell you or tell Tiger what he could do, there's only one thing I can say, and that's practice and confidence, to regain the confidence that he had when he was starting out. And that was what made him what he is, and that's the way he'll get it back, is just regain the confidence and the ability to hit the golf ball.
Now here's a funny side effect of Tiger's career. Every time a new number one shows up, people try to do the same thing. Compare him to Tiger. And the players themselves almost always shut it down. Because Tiger's resume sits in its own category. Scottie Scheffler says it plainly. Comparing him to Tiger is silly because he's nowhere close to Tiger's achievements yet.
They're a bit silly. You know, Tiger won, 15 majors? It's my 4th. Just got 1/4 of the way there. So I think Tiger stands alone in the game of golf. You know, he was inspirational for me growing up, and he was a very, very talented guy, and he was a special person to be able to be as good as he was at the game of golf. And
that's not humility for the cameras. That's reality. And here's the last piece that makes Tiger Tiger. He isn't just an icon from the past. He's still personal to the players who grew up watching him. Rory McIlroy talks about having a relationship with his hero, the guy he literally had on his bedroom wall.
Tiger's been nothing but incredible to me over the course of my career. I met Tiger when I was 15 years old, and I've built up a great relationship with him, his whole family. He really enjoys spending time with my mum and dad as well, in the good moments and in the bad. You know, he sent me an incredible message after St Andrews in 2022. It means a lot that he reached out. It's always nice when your hero and the guy that you had on your bedroom wall is reaching out and offering words of encouragement.
That's why Tiger's impact doesn't fade. Because for a whole generation, Tiger wasn't just the best player, he was the reason they started. So when players are asked about Tiger Woods, the message is always the same. He raised the ceiling. He changed the blueprint. And even now, he's still the reference point everyone measures themselves against. That's Tiger,